G'day guys, today's video is going to be the very first run of my Kyosho Optima Mid 4-wheel drive buggy. So if you haven't seen the unbox and build video, I should be able to leave a link down below if you want to watch that first. But this is the very first running of the buggy. So I did this a little while ago. And it's really cold, so no one else was out at the track. I was by myself, and I didn't use the full track because at my local club it is an 8 scale track, and the part of the full track, some really big jumps, so I wasn't going to be going full send over those. So I used the shortened track for 10 scale. And like I said, it was really cold and there was a couple of wet patches on the track, but it is the very first run of this buggy, as I promised in the unbox and build video. Won't see this buggy run again until the end of the year when the Vintage Festival is on. So without any more babbling on here, we'll go to the running video.
Alright guys, so I should clarify right from the start, I have had to make a few changes to this buggy. The biggest change would be the electronic speed controller. When I did the unbox and build video, I showed a Moped V16 brushed ESC. I had a few issues with that, one being trying to fit it onto the chassis, the other being I had a few slight glitches with it, so I don't know what the go is there. I've since changed it to a Tekken FXR electronic speed controller. It is much smaller, and as you can see here, it's coping quite well with this buggy. The second change is I had to change the kit shock oil out. It comes with 17.5 weight, and I did the time and true tested driveway setup test, and with the kit shock oil, when you would give it a good hard turn in the driveway, it would just basically fold over itself at traction roll. So I put 45 weight oil in. I might change it down to maybe 30-35 weight shock oil. I did find that running it on this track in the current conditions, just probably a little bit too thick. It kind of bounced a little bit. It didn't really absorb it. It just hit the when I'd land, it would hit it, and it kind of bounced a little bit. So that could be a rebound thing, that could be too thick shock oil. But apart from that, everything is pretty much as is. Now you might notice that I'm not running the Optima wheels and tyres. I've decided just to keep them for just display purposes. In this video I am running it with Tamiya DF03, I think it's DF03 rims on Proline caliber tyres in M3 compound. I don't think you can get caliber tyres anymore. I've had them for quite a while, but as you can see, the surface is a bit dusty, but it handled the surface really well with those tyres. The kit does actually come with a pinion gear. I should have mentioned that earlier when I first built the kit in the other video. Unlike my other kits where I'm used to having to supply my own pinion gear, this does come with a pinion gear, which is really good. And even with a standard Johnson silver can motor, it scoots along. It's not, obviously it's not blisteringly fast, as you can see as it comes out onto the straight here, but it scoots along alright with the silver can motor. I also am running it on a shorty pack. The shorty pack works very well, keeps the weight down, keeps the weight more in the middle, so you don't have, unlike a stick pack where you got that excess weight hanging over the sides. But other than that, yeah, I do have some hop-ups coming for it. I have a low friction drive belt coming for this car. I have titanium turnbuckles coming for it that help make it easier to adjust camber and toe in and so forth. What else did I have coming for it? I know I've got a few things coming. I'll do a video on it in a later date. But other than that, guys, it is surprisingly, it handles quite well. But like I said, I've had to change the shock oil just because it was just way too thin for due to the weight of the chassis and just the, I guess you call it chassis roll. It made it want a traction roll every time you turn sharply. But apart from that, yeah, I am quite impressed with how well this buggy handled. And yeah, I don't have much more to say about this, other than, while it's in my head, though, if you do buy one of these and you happen to munch the spur gear, have no fear. If you cannot find a Kyosho spur gear for it, you can use the Team Associated slipper spur gears for it. They slip on just fine. The shaft is the same diameter, and you just need to use the Team Associated slipper pads. Other than that, yeah, it works fine. So I made sure I could use those spur gears, and hopefully, knock on wood, I don't have any issues with stripped spur gears. So that's the end of my rambling, guys. Enjoy the rest of this running video, and until then, enjoy your hobby, guys, and cheers.